Hello everyone, my name is Ryson and welcome to RysFix. And in this video I will show you how to replace Honda Activa clutch liners or clutch shoes, and by doing that you can increase the pickup of your bike. So it is going to be a very interesting video guys, so see that you like the video now only, and if you are coming on this channel for the first time, see that you subscribe. So come on, let's start the video. So the first thing that you will have to do is you will have to take out this casing first. Now how to take out this casing I have shown in many of my videos. There will be bolts all around this casing. Take out all of those bolts, and once you take out all of those bolts, take a screwdriver and pry this casing out like this, and after that once you pull the casing it will come out easily like this. If it is not coming out, then see that you tap it with a hammer a little bit and then it will come out easily. So here comes out my casing, and now comes the most interesting part, and for that you will need this special tool. This tool you will get cheap in your local market, but if you try to buy it online then it will fall expensive. So check first where you are getting it cheap and buy it from there. Now this tool you will have to place on the clutch drum. Just place it in any of the two holes. Now place it in such a way that your tool will get a support to get locked when you are turning the nut with a spanner. Then take a 19mm socket and loosen this nut. Here you can see that I have taken support for the tool of the footrest, and then I am loosening the nut. Now take this nut out completely and you will get a nut and a visor. Then if you pull the drum, it will come out easily like this. Once you pull out this drum, now you will have to take out your entire pulley assembly. Now this pulley assembly will not come out if you just pull it like that. You will have to press the drive belt like this, and once you press it, it will go inside of the pulley, and then you can easily pull out the pulley assembly. So once you take it out, just notice what is the state of my clutch shoes. They are scraped off completely. They don't have any meat on them. So if your clutch shoes are something like this, then you will not get very good pickup of your bike. Squeaking noise will come from your clutch casing. If you try to race the bike, then it will not even go in front properly and it will make a loud squeaking noise. So on that you can make out that your clutch shoes are worn out. So how to replace these clutch shoes, that I will show you now. Now for that you will need a tool like this. This type of tool most of the time plumbers use to fit the tap and all. You guys must have noticed that. So take a tool like this and place it on the nut like this, and then bang on the tool to loosen the nut. Once it becomes loose, you can rotate the nut easily like this. Now this pulley is loaded with spring, so with one hand see that you keep the pulley pressed with your full force, and with your other hand rotate the nut and take it out completely. Once you take out this nut completely, you can now slowly release your other hand. When you release your other hand, the pulley will come up like this because it is loaded with spring. So now my shoe assembly is now totally separated from the pulley assembly. So the next thing that you will have to do is you will have to take out the shoes which are there on this assembly. Now before you replace that, you will have to take out this plate and separate it from this assembly. Now this plate is fixed with clip locks. Now this clip locks, you will have to take a screwdriver and bang the screwdriver with a hammer and tap these clips out like this. So here comes out my one clip. So like this, take out all these three clips, and once you take out all these three clips, now you will have to separate this plate from the shoes. Now this plate is totally jammed here, so it took me a lot to separate this plate from the shoes. Now while taking this plate out, see that you don't bend it but take it out wisely. So by putting a screwdriver inside and prying it out, I finally managed to take out this plate. Once you separate this plate from the shoes, you are still not done. There's another packing plate behind these shoes, so I had to separate the shoes from this plate now. So to separate the shoes from this plate also, it took me a lot of time and it took a lot of banging. So after tapping it for a long time, I finally managed to separate the shoes from the assembly. So now I can put the new shoes on this assembly, but it took me a lot of time and hard work to separate these shoes from the assembly. Now as you guys can see, there are rubber moldings here. See that you place them and keep them on the assembly. Now here are my shoes and they are now totally separated from the assembly. So I will replace them with new ones. See that you keep the springs and don't throw them out now only. So these are my new shoes and they have cost me almost 1000 rupees. I will take them out from the packet, and as you guys can see, these are my new shoes. Now if you notice on these shoes, and you can see how much meat is on them and how fat they are. So your clutch shoes should look something like this. Now this clutch shoes you'll have to join like this with the help of the spring. So take out the spring from the old shoes and put them on the new one. If your shoes have come with a new spring, then use that spring, but if your shoes have not come with a new spring, then you can use the old springs as well. And if the old springs are worn out, then you will have to get the new springs. So my clutch shoes did not come with a spring, so I'm using the old springs here. So once you are done putting the springs in position, now it's time to put these shoes on the backing plate, and watch carefully how I am putting these shoes on the backing plate. So once you put these shoes on the backing plate, they will look something like this. As you guys can see, they are not totally gone inside. So take a hammer and tap them inside. Now while tapping them inside, see that you don't hit the hammer too hard and break those shoes. If you do that, you will fall in trouble and you will have to get another set of shoes. So see that you tap gently and put them inside. Once you put the shoes inside the plate that you had taken out, now it's time to put that plate back and keep that in position. So keep the plate in position, and once you keep it in position, take a hammer and tap this plate inside. Once this plate is tapped in properly inside. If you look at it closely, then you will notice that there is a gap where you can put the clips. That gap you should get. If you are not getting that gap, then you will have to tap this plate more inside. So see that you tap it properly inside. Once it goes properly inside, as you guys can see how there is a gap for the clip to go inside and clip on. So put the clip back and then use a screwdriver and a hammer to tap the clip inside. As you guys can see, I have tapped one clip inside. Now use this method and put all the 3 clips in position. And once you put all these 3 clips in position, your plate will look something like this. And now your plate is locked along with the shoes. So now your clutch shoe assembly is ready to go on the pulley. So put the spring back in position and put it on the side in which you had taken it out. So while taking the spring out, you should see which side it was. So now put it back and then place the clutch shoe assembly on top of the spring. So now comes the tricky part. Now to put this nut back, you will have to keep the shoe assembly pressed with one hand and then put the nut. So because of that, I will make use of my feet. So I will press the shoe assembly with my feet like this. If 2 people are here, then you can put this nut back very easily. One guy can keep it pressed and the other guy can place the nut. But here I am alone, so I will make use of my legs and I will keep the shoe assembly pressed with my feet and I will place the nut. So once you turn the nut 4 to 5 times, now you can leave the assembly and take your feet out. Now again take the plumber tool and tighten this nut. Once you tighten this nut and when you feel that it is already tight, see that you use a hammer and bang on the tool to tighten it more. So once you tighten this nut, now it's time to put the assembly back on the bike. So put the drive belt in position first. Now to put this pulley in position, you will have to press the belt like this and pull the pulley on the back side, and now the pulley will go in place without any problems. Once it goes in position, the drum that you had taken out from top of this pulley, put that drum back. Once you put it back, put the visor back and then put back the nut which you had taken out. Now to tighten this nut, again you will have to use that special tool. So place this tool in any of the 2 holes on the drum, and now we are going to turn the nut on the opposite side. So again I will take support of the footrest, but this time I will use this side of the footrest to lock in the tool. So now tighten this nut. Once you tighten this nut, you are done replacing your clutch shoes. So now the casing which you had taken out, it's time to put it back. So now when you are riding your bike, then you will come to know the difference, how nice pickup your bike has. So if you are replacing your clutch shoes, and once you are done replacing your clutch shoes, if you notice the pickup, then see that you comment below and let me know. And if you are riding the bike for many years now and if you have not replaced your clutch shoes, then check your clutch shoes, because for sure they must be almost worn out, and that is the reason why your bike is not getting the right pickup. So if you are replacing the clutch shoes by yourself, then comment below and let me know about the pickup. And when you are replacing the clutch shoes, see that you check your drive belt at that time as well. Now how to replace the drive belt, I have already made a video on that. I will put a link of that video in the I button above. You can later go there and watch that video as well. So if you found this video useful, then see that you like and share with your friends and family. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then see that you subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so that you will not miss any of my future videos. And I will see you guys in my next video now. Till then, bye and take care.